How did like the boxing come about, or where you been through
Man,
boxing all through your life?
boxing is a part of my family.
Okay.
So my uncle, he was a professional boxer. So everybody in my family, we knew about boxing. Like, we love boxing. Like, in my house, like, my mom, she was a huge boxing fan. So Roy Jones and Mike Tyson were kings.
Gotcha.
Like, they were kings in that house. So it's just like, we watched every Roy Jones fight. We watched every Mike Tyson fight. So they, like I said, they were kings in that house. So over time, my uncles, they would teach me. My cousin, my older cousin, he would teach me. And then, after a while, they were like, let's die down on teaching, because I was fighting in the street and fighting in school, doing stuff I didn't have any business doing. But then I kind of put it on the back burner, and that's when I started focusing more on like basketball, football, and other sports. And when I got up here, I actually met a guy, and he was a real good friend of mine. He was one of my good friends. His father was like, hey, you need to get back into boxing, because I did a little bit of it in the military. Did a little bit of jujitsu, and then some hand to hand stuff, and then I was boxing, and I dabbled there, but he basically was like, hey, you need to get back into boxing. I said, nah, I'll do it to get in shape. He told me, he said, well, you just need to do it, and I'll train you. And so I said, yeah. So I'm thinking like, well, I'll let you train me if I'm just working out, because I've always been into fitness. And he just looked at me. He was like, well, if I'm a teacher, you go fight.
Yeah.
Like, period. Like, I'm not going to teach you. So I just agreed to do it. And got in the boxing scene. And, I felt like an outsider initially, because I'm originally not from Nashville, and you don't realize like the history of boxing here. Like, there's a long history of boxing, like even champions. You have champions that are from here, and you realize like, hey, there's a long line of great fighters that have come from here. So you got to earn your stripes when you come here. You can't just be one of those guys that's just hopping in the gym, what we call gym fighters. You got to earn your stripes, bro. So that's initially how boxing came to be. I started training and took some time and really started focusing on my craft, getting in shape, and switched over, completely.